People sleeping on mattresses on the floors, the smell of urine and feces, unsafe conditions. Earlier this month, I told you about this OPP report that detailed the appalling conditions inside illegal group homes that have been operating with the full knowledge of the provincial government. After those stories aired, a woman contacted me. Her father died in one of those homes, and that sparked a deeper CityNews investigation that found gaps in the healthcare system that leave the most vulnerable at risk, and a government that has seemingly turned a blind eye to the problem.
It's horrifying. He died a death that I wouldn't wish on anyone. Nobody deserved to die that way. He had no dignity and no help.
This is Anne-Marie Pollock's father in happier times. Essa Lemus-Jury was married, had 2 children, and owned his own construction business. He loved to build bikes from discarded parts and make people laugh. But then alcohol consumed his life and he lost everything. This is the last photo ever taken of him. Essa died last year trying to escape from this Scarborough residence, which at the time was an illegal group home. His daughter was told staff had locked him inside and wouldn't let him leave to come out here and meet a friend who was picking him up for a visit. Essa went out the back door, but the gate was locked, so he climbed the fence but fell into the neighbor's yard. No one found him for over 24 hours. Essa had a fractured vertebrae and ribs. The coroner concluded he died of heart disease. There was no alcohol in his system.
It was freezing that night and not able to call for help, and even if he was, nobody heard him.
Most of the residents in illegal group homes are elderly or have mental health issues. What is disturbing to advocates is that Essa was apparently locked in the home. That is against the law.
It's forcible confinement. It's a criminal code offense.
To make matters worse, Anne-Marie only discovered her father's appalling living conditions when she went to claim his belongings. She took these photos, which show his bed in the basement covered in mouse droppings, mixed in with his heart medication, which she says was supposed to be administered by the home.
The pills were not in bottles, they were in pockets, they were in his jacket, they were in his bed on a night table, which means he didn't take them.
The residence where Essa died was listed in an OPP investigation into illegal group homes this year. The report called them a systemic problem in Ontario and cited unsafe conditions, mouse droppings, the odor of urine and feces, inadequate food, and medications not properly stored. No charges were laid because the OPP concluded there was nowhere else for residents to go other than a shelter or the streets because of a housing shortage.
It was filthy and dirty, and there were people there who were in, who had IVs and who had dementia and who needed constant care, and this place was disgusting.
As for the home, it is still open and now legal. It was licensed as a Better Way retirement home in August 2016, just 4 months after Essa died.
Hi there, I'm Cynthia with CityNews. I'm looking for Simone Sewell.
She's not in.
Numerous attempts to reach the manager failed. An inspection this past August found the bedroom doors were double locked. Sparking concerns, residents were being locked in their rooms. The fire department ordered them removed. Now, the city plays a role in this story as well. Essa had been living in a men's shelter for 10 years and paying rent every month. But when the nurse who worked there was reassigned to another shelter, he was told he had to move. He had been put on long-term care list. None was available. It was city staff who told him to go to that illegal group home. Now, as of just this past week, the policy has changed. City staff will no longer recommend these illegal group homes unless they are in good standing with the city and the province.